this series of videos, we're exploring real-world case studies showing how AI is changing a number of key industry sectors. Don't forget to like and subscribe to ensure that you don't miss out on future videos in this series and others covering all aspects of AI. This time around, we'll be taking a look at some interesting examples that detail how AI technologies are being used currently within UK healthcare providers and research organisations. The world's leading health organisations have begun to equip their researchers, doctors and scientists with GPU-accelerated compute systems in order to drive adoption of technologies such as machine learning, deep learning and artificial intelligence. As more and more patient data is becoming available in digital form, it's being used in anonymous form to help transform patient outcomes, improve lives and change the future of research. With the greater insight that these techniques offer, healthcare providers can make connections and predictions from previously incompatible datasets, accelerate areas such as image analysis, scientific research and drug discovery, and begin to meet the increasing demand for personalised medicine and next-generation clinics. The London Medical Imaging and AI Centre for Value-Based Healthcare is a consortium of academic, NHS and industry partners led by King's College London and based at St Thomas's Hospital. These diverse research teams began by training sophisticated artificial intelligence algorithms from a vast wealth of NHS medical images and patient pathway data to create new healthcare tools. The aim being that for patients, these will provide faster diagnosis, personalised therapies and effective screening across a range of conditions and procedures. Here's Dr. George Cardosa to explain more about this project.
Yes, this is a really interesting project that we have, I think. And the reason that I think is interesting is what we're trying to do is to build infrastructure that currently does not exist in an hospital setting, to be able to aggregate data at scale from multiple sources within the hospital in a way that is safe and in a way that is privacy preserving. So we want to harmonize and store data within the trust in a way that that data is searchable, so we can make queries on the data, we can extract information from the data, and we can extract value from the data. We want to define a standard software stack and hardware stack that can work as a single turnkey deployment solution that you can deploy in an hospital setting that will be able to perform all of these tasks of data harmonization, data curation. And then this software and hardware stack will be used to be able to learn from the data, to make predictions from the data, and at a later stage to be able to improve the care of patients in an hospital setting by utilizing these algorithms to learn patterns that the data contains.
Like so many AI projects, the initial success is only the beginning, and it was soon realised that the KCL team could improve the utilisation of GPUs by using Run AI Atlas software, which is a platform that optimises compute resources to accelerate AI workloads, further reducing investigation times. State-of-the-art AI systems feature multiple GPU accelerators and deliver enormous compute power performance. But when users share a cluster of GPUs, things can get complicated. Run AI's Atlas platform allows you to pool these resources and then use advanced scheduling and GPU abstraction in order to gain greater control and visibility of resources. The improved platform has since helped the AI Centre run important research into the progression of neurological conditions and image-guided interventions for cancer patients. With greater patient data sets being used, there's always the requirement for it to be kept anonymised at every stage of the deep learning process. So the challenge is to ensure maximum learning is gained from the data without compromising its integrity. And they do this by using federated learning. This is a machine learning technique that trains an algorithm across multiple decentralized edge devices or servers holding local data samples without exchanging between them. In practice, this means a centralized AI algorithm can learn from locally stored anonymized data at multiple NHS trusts by building a consensus model from multiple data sources without any patient data leaving the secure data enclaves at each hospital. Following the implementation of federated learning, the AI Centre at KCL is now in partnership with 11 other NHS trusts, deploying NVIDIA DGX pods to support the local data sets at each location. Now let's change tack and look at how AI technology was implemented during the COVID-19 pandemic by a group of providers in Scotland. Bering Research was founded in 2010 with the aim to use AI to answer important questions in biology and medicine. They developed an AI algorithm to identify common signs in chest X-ray images, indicating numerous medical diagnoses. This had already been rolled out via a number of collaborative partners, including the Industrial Centre for Artificial Intelligence Research in Digital Diagnostics and NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde, allowing radiologists to free up their time to focus on rarer abnormal cases within the 40 million images they see each year. With the onset of the pandemic, this technology was then rapidly adapted to look at chest X-rays to identify trends that may predict COVID-19 cases. Let's hear from Ignat Drozdov, the managing director of Bering, on how they adopted this algorithm.
When we were starting out, we were at a stage where our AI algorithm could look at a chest X-ray and it could accurately identify about 38 different radiological signs. And I think that was quite already an achievement, because an X-ray is a very basic representation of a super complex three-dimensional anatomy. So the fact that we're able to just look at that 2D image and pick up those 38 radiological signs was very impressive. I think COVID was something that clinically wasn't seen obviously before. It presented with very atypical or sort of unusual signs. So a lot of clinicians were looking at an X-ray and trying to identify patterns of what it means to actually exhibit COVID signs on a chest X-ray. And we realized that the algorithms that we already had in place that have already seen X-rays, they were very good at dealing with that kind of imaging. So because of being good at dealing with X-rays, we actually didn't need as many examples of COVID as we may have needed if we were just starting out from scratch. So it essentially allowed us to look at relatively few images of COVID on a chest X-ray, and then pivot the way that our algorithms work so that they would be a little bit more fine-tuned to identifying COVID and then differentiating COVID from other abnormalities on a chest X-ray, like community-acquired pneumonia, or actually just saying, hey, this is a perfectly normal chest X-ray.
And following the successful identification of COVID-19 cases using AI analysis of X-ray scans and verified by PCR testing, the study was widened to look at whether it could impact the diagnosis and treatment of long COVID-19. Finally, let's take a look at a drug discovery project. Protein structures and their various conformations are dynamic and complex. They can aggregate or stick together, altering their characteristics, and one protein's interaction with another can change its shape and functionality. Understanding how proteins act, knowing their size, and visualizing their appearance is a fundamental key to creating and developing protein-based drugs and vaccines. Peptone is a computational molecular physics company that's used artificial intelligence methods to analyse the anomalous behaviour of proteins, and in partnership with NVIDIA and Bering Global Data Centres, they've developed the PEOS, standing for Protein Engineering Operating System. To achieve the scale of compute required to develop the PEOS, UK-based Peptone used GPU-accelerated systems located at Bering Global Data Centre in Keflavik, Iceland, as it forms part of the NVIDIA DGX Ready Data Centre programme and is optimised to maintain and support high-density and HPC applications running on NVIDIA systems. Additionally, it was important to Peptone that the data centre is powered by 100% renewable energy, in line with its commitment to sustainability without compromising security. Ultimately, the PEOS will handle a variety of mundane and complex tasks that are related to anomaly detection. It will calculate risk of failure and suggest the most plausible routes of failure resolution, including choosing the right commercial partner to generate lab-quality molecule at a pace and cost not attainable before in the big pharma sector. So there's 3 very different examples of how AI is being developed and deployed to advance healthcare and improve patient outcomes. If you'd like to know more about these projects, we put links to the more in-depth case studies below. And of course, you can get in touch with our specialised AI team if you'd like to know how AI can help you advance your healthcare and medical research projects. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video looking at how AI is being employed in another industry sector. See you then.